Hey, before we get into the podcast, I just want to thank this week's sponsor. This week's sponsor is Sock Panda. They are a monthly sock subscription service, and I have personally bought them for members of my family, specifically my daughter. She absolutely loved them. Once a month, she'd be able to go out to the mailbox and get a new pair of socks, and it was always a surprise on like what they were. Sometimes it was like a surfing squirrel, and other times there were aliens. It was just pretty much all sorts of socks for everything you could possibly imagine. And they have men's socks, women's socks, tween socks, kids socks, and you can go on and you can purchase just one set, or you can get a subscription, and it makes for a great gift. And we're heading into the holiday season, and supply chains are an issue, so this is going to be a great gift that gives for the whole year or 6 months or however long you want to sign up for the sock subscription. And even better than that, the Sock Panda team is dedicated to using its socks to make the world a better place. The company donates socks to those in need for every purchase. As of today, the company has donated over 141,000 pairs of socks to homeless shelters, low-income senior centers, hospitals, and underprivileged classrooms throughout the country. You can't go wrong with Sock Panda. They make great stuff, and they do great things. And today, they're giving our listeners a 15% discount. So you can go to sockpanda.com/discounts/inebriart15 to get 15% off your order. And we just want to say thank you to them for sponsoring the show. And make sure you go there and get some socks for yourself or for your loved ones this holiday season. Welcome to the Bar Talk Podcast. I am Andy, your host. I'm from Inebriart and stuff. Was that loud? You're looking at me already. Don't give me shit. It's early.
Start over.
Welcome to the Bar Talk Podcast. I am Andy, your host from Inebriart. I am joined today by Karl Heine of the New World Tavern.
Hello, everybody.
Where we're recording. Thank you, Karl.
You're welcome.
Dan Mahoney of Stats.
What up?
Jordan of Speedwell Tavern.
Hello.
I paused weird there.
You're wearing a Speedwell Tavern
I know.
sweatshirt, looking at a guy wearing a Speedwell Tavern shirt and sweatshirt, and you just couldn't find
To
them.
be fair, all
early,
your
man.
Speedwell shit's covered up, so he thought you worked
That's
for
Bond Printing and Marketing.
I thought you got a new job.
All right, let's go. Get a lot of questions.
And do we?
No, we got like 3.
And Trevor from BBC. Welcome to the show, man.
Happy to be here. Thanks for
I
having
apologize for everything that's about to happen.
me. It's okay, man.
Don't apologize for what you can't control.
Well, okay, that's fair. All right, we're going to do questions and talking. Emily, what do you do for TV service in the bar areas? I feel like we've had this before.
I put a hamster in a box, and
Did you put the wheel in it?
sometimes
that's
it
what everybody
depends.
likes
We
to
can't
watch.
put the wheel in every day because it's the same show over. And no one likes SportsCenter anymore for that reason.
And you can't put the little shreds of wood in there?
Sure, you can.
No, you don't, because then it's too high. You can't see them pee.
That's late night
why
TV.
you
No,
Oh, people just watch cat videos for hours. What's the difference? Put a fucking hamster in a box.
hey, wasn't that
Well, we tried
Wasn't
a
that
cat, but
gerbil
the
white
box is too big.
My favorite thing is like when you go into a bar and clearly they were watching something that has ended, and you're like looking up at me like,
Soap operas.
why are there soap operas or some weird fucked up movie?
That's on at Speedwell right
You
now.
know what I learned the hard way is never put on a cooking show when you're in your own restaurant.
Because everyone leaves, or they want the dish on TV.
Yeah, they're all looking at it saying, "Oh, well, how come this dish doesn't look like that?" That's because you're eating chicken and that's a steak on TV, dude.
Did you sous this chicken breast?
So we definitely didn't answer that question. Sweet.
No, we did.
I answered the question
You
perfectly.
should have answered it.
Well,
You have like
well-
70 different TV services at Stats.
Yeah, but we already talked about that.
So now,
Yeah.
you only get one real answer.
now here at the New
for a
World
question.
Tavern, you can put on the TV a reminder, so it comes up on the TV reminder: the Red Sox game's on in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what
So
happens
45
if you don't
minutes
pay?
into the game, the reminders are still on all the TV. You can't tell me that no one that works here has seen that.
So we do DirecTV. You're welcome, Jordan, for answering your fucking question.
Thank you.
And
Not a sponsor.
when the games are on like local TV and we put them on like the sports channel, it'll literally just black it out. And then if you're not paying attention, you just have a black screen saying, "This channel's not on here anymore."
Yeah.
That's real awkward, like you
Red
said.
Zone, same thing. Only
Yeah.
works when there's football on. So then on Monday morning, like right now, it's not soap operas. It's just the Red Zone logo sitting
I
there.
was like,
So,
why would you put Red Zone on Monday?
yeah, there's one game.
And then you get a text.
Right.
TV's not working.
Yeah.
Change the channel, dude.
Yeah.
I was at the BBC the other day. We were watching Christmas specials.
Christmas specials.
Yeah, it's like
Interesting.
Rankin Bass.
It's weird. When I work, man, it's strictly Telemundo. Yeah,
you're
when
an
there's not
exotic
sports
guy.
on, man, like I try to keep it a little festive. Try to give the people what they want. If there's like a random movie on, Star Wars or whatever it may be, I try to toss it on. But I would imagine that everybody just wants to see sports. I work Sundays too, so it's always sports.
Yeah, I feel like it's rare to see something that's not sports on.
It's an easy way to avoid like the whole breaking the bar rules, like no religion, no this, no that. Like just keep it to sports. Don't put the news on. Don't
Yeah.
put it on like a nostalgic movie, like
certainly.
Trevor said, or fucking sports.
I think next time I'm going to do that. I'm going to put like a church, you know?
I think you should
Church.
put Fox News on one TV and CNN on the other. But
see the
make
same
people
guy
sit
run
on the
back.
opposite sides.
What's the guy's name? Joel Olstein or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might find some money in your walls if you put him up on the fucking
In my
thing.
walls?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No?
Dude, there was like, I don't know, like $7 million buried in the walls of his house because he was like laundering money through, I mean, church is one big money laundering scheme anyway, but sorry. See, we're talking religion in a bar. I'm going to get
So
in
that's
trouble.
why Jordan bought the new bar. You were just to rip down the walls and see if anything.
Yeah, exactly.
All he found was like a
He's burning it
petrified
down for
squirrel.
insurance money now. There's nothing in there.
I get salty around Christmas.
Can only imagine what you'd find on the walls of the BBC if you took it down.
Oh.
True.
Ryan Reedy.
He gets a name drop. We're not supposed to mention who it is, but Ryan Reedy ends up on every. He's like an
He's-
Easter egg on every episode.
He's not a name. He's a figurehead or a legend or.
He's more of a legend.
He's
Most
something.
certainly.
We got some fan mail and it says, is Ryan Reedy single?
Oh yeah, really?
I'll give out his phone number right now. He doesn't know how to answer it.
Scott was wondering.
I'm going to answer that question real quick with a yes.
Oh,
Quite
Reedy.
frequently.
I love you, Ryan.
All right,
Ryan
next
Reedy,
question.
friend of show.
He's married to the game. You know?
He is married to the game.
married
That's
to
a
the game.
great way to put it.
It's just what game?
Andrea Lynn, what are you doing for your staff this year for Christmas? Obviously, this wasn't directed at you, Karl.
Yeah, because we do nothing.
I know. That's why that was my point.
What's my staff doing for me? Nothing.
Showing up.
Tolerating you.
That's a big gift nowadays.
What do you guys do for your staff?
I actually am today. I'm going to book a date with Karl in January to have my staff come over here and tear the place apart. He's done a really good job of cleaning the carpets for us today.
You gotta look for that money in the walls.
Yep, for
Yeah.
the money on the walls.
There's
Going to make
$7
sure
million
this-
in a wall. I'm
Yep.
coming there too.
Get Joel Osteen on the TVs and tear this place up on a Monday or Tuesday in January. So yeah, we always do parties twice a year. Once in the summer, once in the winter for Christmas. So there's intermingling and plenty of things that make the rest of the year complicated.
Christmas parties.
Yeah, and what I do is I'll make like 30 or 40 Speedball gift cards, and I'll go to local businesses and trade, so
Yeah.
they can give their staff my gift cards, and then I give their gift cards to my staff, so
Nice.
we can kind of keep it local. And it doesn't cost me really anything; it's just the gift cards. I mean, that costs you money, but half the people don't even use
Dan,
it.
what about you? What do they do with staffs?
We'll do a party like Jordan in
Yeah.
sometime in January after the dust settles.
It's funny, like before I kind of got bar industry chasing, I didn't realize all of your Christmas parties were in January.
It's
Yeah.
not busy anymore.
Yeah.
Well, not,
I mean,
not
it
busy,
makes
but
sense.
yeah.
But it's when you kind of do it.
After everyone's mentally broken from the holidays.
God forbid we're human beings and celebrate on the actual holiday. People would look down on that. We're lepers. We can celebrate when no one else does. That's the restaurant life.
So it's not my turn to be salty today.
No, Jordan's a little out
I know, right?
All right.
A little cranky.
Told you.
Yeah.
Been sober for 6 months. It's
Wife's-
Christmas.
Wife's been holding out.
What's the BBC got planned there, Trevor?
Ooh, nothing to my knowledge, man, but there is a
Is it-
stocking with my name on it,
Oh.
and I'm excited. about
Stalking
that.
or stalker?
Stalking.
Stalking.
What's a stalker?
Well, it's like a fan.
It's like a fan.
No, that's a stalker.
That's what he said.
He said stalker. Like someone that stocks shelves.
That's just your weird accent.
yeah.
Fucking-
I know. I shouldn't be the one criticizing anyone.
We're all not from New Bedford, all right? We talk normal around here.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. This is my first Christmas with the gang. maybe my last. You'll never know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's different, man, because we, the BBC only has one employee working at a time. So individually, everyone's there at separate times, and we don't really get together a lot. But, Jack takes really good care of us, so I'm sure she'll do something.
That's the pressure's on now.
Yeah.
Pressure's definitely on.
Trevor put it out there.
Just go back and be like, well, Stats is doing like a big thing. And Speedwell's giving like 300 gift cards out.
Yeah, I've put that pressure on Carl every year. He still hasn't done a party for us.
They rented out the New World Tavern.
Yeah, Jack, if you're listening, I wear a size 12.
In pants.
It's a dress size. I don't even know.
9.5.
Good feedback, Karl.
Thank you.
Krista Marshall. Can anyone share with me if
No.
All right, next question. Can anyone share with me if they bonus their restaurant managers, and if so, what metrics are they using to determine the bonus?
I do, but I don't want to share.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah, then I do too, and I don't want to share.
Yeah.
One of those is believable.
No, I think the toughest thing with bonuses is you have to track it.
Yeah.
And if you have it to sales or anything tied to the company on income, then you also have to share your income with those people that are getting the bonuses because they want to make sure that they're getting the right bonus.
Right.
So it's tough to do. It's tough to do. If you're just giving a flat bonus and saying Merry Christmas, that's something else. But if you're incentivizing an employee to work and giving them a bonus based on whatever those parameters are, then you have to start to share those parameters, and then it gets tricky.
And also, like, how if it's not necessarily a manager, but like, if you're bonusing your bartender or something, now like not only are you sharing your metric, but what everyone else is doing too, and that can bring animosity.
And I think everybody kind of gives that incentive or a bonus differently in their own way. Sometimes you can be creative. You can, base it on whatever you want. It doesn't have
Give him
to
a Speedwell t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be how many T-shirts you sell.
You'll be working for Speedball the next day.
Are any of you guys open on Christmas?
I wasn't going to. I don't put any pressure on any of the staff to come in, but there's always one bartender that wants to come in and close.
We actually went to your bar on Christmas last year.
Yep.
Me and the wife.
So
And
we'll be
we never
open
go
again
out.
this year.
And we said, let's go out for a drink because all the kids are like, see you later.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I don't
And
force
we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. Nikki's going to open. Nikki Andreas, friend of the show. She was on Day Drinking with you guys the last episode.
Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah. I don't doubt it was a good time.
Don't give the 90-pound girl 4 drinks. And
The best. You just watched her go from not sober, but soberer to blackout. And you can just see
she's entertaining without booze.
Nick,
So.
that hat doesn't fit.
Yeah.
I don't care how many times you try it.
Listener, go check out Bar Talk Day Drinking on YouTube.
It was a good episode.
Yeah, it was fun.
Is this going to be out before Christmas?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. I don't know, just wondering content-wise.
When do we ever
Trevor, you
wonder
guys were
about
open-
content-wise, Jordan?
I don't know. I'm getting ahead for my last call.
We get Thanksgiving.
You guys were open on Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, I volunteered to open the pub. Nobody really wanted to. I just see as people want a place to go on the holidays, man. And Christmas is a Sunday this year, I believe.
Saturday.
Is it a Saturday?
Yep.
Well, fuck me. But I think I'm gonna also open on Christmas too, unless somebody decides they would like to.
Yeah.
It's a good day, and you get a lot of really good tips. People
Yeah.
are appreciative that you're open.
I just think that I know me when I'm looking for a place to go on a holiday, and if I find a bar open, especially a place like the BBC, Speedwell, New World, whatever it may be, I'm inclined to go.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone's hanging out with their family and stuff like that, and exactly
they
what
hate
you
them
said,
at some
where
point.
they're just looking for that escape around 8 o'clock at night. Like,
Yeah.
I've had too much family today, too much food.
And it's a Saturday. Nobody's working the next day. So it's not like,
Right.
I
Sure.
gotta get up
Yep.
and work the next day.
I actually believe
point.
the next day at the BBC, we're doing a watch party for the new season of Letterkenny.
We are too.
I didn't realize as many people were into Letterkenny.
we love
Is
that
Letterkenny
cartoon.
good? Because I need a new show.
It's Jack's thing. I've seen a couple episodes of Letterkenny here and there. It's cool, man. That Canadian
even know
comedy
what
is
it
great.
is.
Yeah.
Like, I love Trailer Park Boys, and there's just a whole
I couldn't get
new
into it, but I
perspective to it.
was told I only watched 2 episodes and need to watch like 5.
My little brother loves it, man.
Yeah, everyone that watches it loves it. People that don't watch it know nothing about
It's
it.
creative, man. They just kind of riff the entire show. It's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, I have no
Well,
idea
it's-
what it is.
You're talking about opening on Christmas. We were talking about opening on Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve is on a Friday. Do you think that Thursday we were going to open up late, have bands, I just don't know if it's going to be a big night
Wait,
because it's the night before. It's a Thursday before the Friday. Is everybody taking that Friday off because it's Christmas Eve?
why?
I just worry about
So it'll
kids
be like
being
a
home from
Saturday?
school,
So you were gonna close on Christmas Eve?
No. I was
Or to
gonna
stay open late?
I was going to stay open, but I wasn't going to have. I was going to make a big deal out of it. But now, if it's going to be a Saturday night instead of a Thursday night,
I feel like
we can
around
have
here you'll
bands in
be
the back
busy.
room.
Like for
Jam
us,
it
we
out.
won't be because everyone leaves Boston. They all go home. Like so that whole
I
week.
thought they
will be
live in
slow.
Boston.
They live in Boston, but they're not from Boston.
Gotcha.
So they all go home to see
They all
like,
go
family
home.
and
Yeah.
shit.
So I think that whole week will be quiet for us.
I wonder. You got me thinking now, Carl, because I have a feeling Thursday will be really good and Sunday will be really good.
I think
you'll
that
have
whole
two
week
Saturdays,
because everybody's
yeah.
got their kids all off from school, so
Right.
most people take that week off between Christmas and New Year. So if not nights, your days will be with lunches
Yep.
hopefully really good.
That's true.
And
And you're
most
closed Monday, Tuesday that week?
Unknown.
Okay.
We're thinking about opening it up, but
Please do so I can get some help. There's no one else in the neighborhood.
so you
that
want me to
opens.
open up my restaurant so I can come over and help you?
No, so I can don't have a line out the freaking door. I'm always taking bullets on Mondays. These
I came over for a favor the other day to borrow an orange. I couldn't even get that off
I
yet.
know there were only 3 there. Sorry, I forgot to water those again.
I tell you, it's crazy. Not to derail your orange story, it was fascinating. But how Monday and Tuesday downtown is a ghost town now.
It's great for me.
Yeah,
It's like another weekend day for me because no one else is open.
Well,
Like
Monday
all the-
night is my favorite day at Speedwell.
Yeah.
Dan Burns, man, unbelievable musician.
Jimmy D is back tonight too to play with him.
Looking
The full
forward to
band.
it. I was just with Dan this weekend. We went down to Philadelphia. We saw a band called Ween. Name dropping the T-shirt that I'm wearing.
Get that.
The smallest.
and he brought back a koozie for his favorite
Ocean
bar
Man.
talk.
I did bring a little gift.
Fish, you
for
got a
Andy.
koozie?
Yeah, he's great, man. Look, we've had a crew that's consistently gone to Speedwell on Monday nights for 3 years now.
It's awesome. And it just keeps turning over. Like we'll lose some people on the way, but the Monday nights seem to be the night that people kind of congregate. It's all the regulars. It's a good night.
I really enjoy downtown Plymouth during the week. Weekday drinking is much better than weekend drinking for me.
Yeah, weekend's a shit show.
And as a patron, not as a bartender, because, the money is most certainly there on the weekend.
Blood money, though.
Yeah, it is blood money, man. You're really working for that.
Well, weekday drinking is all the industry people and the regulars who are
Right.
out and about, and then
Our
Yeah.
kind of
Been
people.
drinking for years because I'm old. You can't go out at night anymore.
And you're an alcoholic.
And if we see Karl after night,
I'm a
like
drunk.
at the
Alcoholics
sunsets,
go to meetings.
alcoholics are quitters. So I'm glad we
wait to
answered
start
your
day
question,
drinking
whatever the
again.
hell it
Yep, I
was.
think it was what do you have on the TV? But
Yeah, I don't
go ahead.
remember. Oh, bonuses. That's what it was.
yeah.
Oh yeah, bonus.
All those answers were your bonus.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, one thing that I do want to just touch on as far as bonuses, and this was from my experience in retail.
I thought you had a lawsuit from Fish against you touching on his bonuses.
Jesus Christ.
That was a Karl one right there.
You even got him blushing over there.
Anyway, it's got to be more difficult when you're a small mom and pop place. Like I worked for Home Depot, and their bonus incentives, and they'd be like, "Well, you didn't hit sales," and they'd be like, "Well, I run the doors and windows, and it's been raining the entire month," and they go, "Weather's not an excuse." When you're cutting a hole in your house, yes, it is.
Right.
You know,
Right.
And I could see being like, Jordan, you're close with your staff. Karl, you know their name, most of their names. Where it's like if you set a bonus standard or metric, and then something unforeseen happens, to then be like, oh, well, do I cut this person slack? Do I be like, hey, man, this is the man? It's got to be way more difficult to do it that
That's
way.
why I don't think like with a Christmas bonus, I don't think it should be like incentivized or performance based. Like it's basically like, oh, you survived another year here, you've been here full time, this place is your priority. We reward you for that.
Well, I think it was just bonuses in general. I think
just
it was-
bonuses. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really done that.
All right. Samuel Smith. My predecessor.
Samuel
The
Smith.
beer, oatmeal stout,
No, the singer.
old Tadcaster.
It doesn't give me his
Winter
resume. It just gives me his name.
Is that Samson? Yeah, it is.
My predecessor kept credit card receipts for an
There's a P
entire
in there.
year, crates of them. How long do you hang on to credit card receipts?
We've talked about this,
You
right?
have to, don't you?
Yeah.
For
No.
I throw them away now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be your accountant would say, hold on to them for 5 years. So if there's any dispute on listen, I'm not going to spend
If-
fucking hours.
Right. If somebody's going to dispute me for $50 and because their credit card was rang a year and a half ago and they're bringing it up to me now,
Yeah.
it's never happened. I've been here 10 years. It's never happened.
you just opened last
Now, people
week. That's
bring
what
up
the
credit
answer
card
is.
receipts, but it's usually within 2 or 3 days. So if they're not bringing it up within a week, I toss it.
Right.
So I have a funny story that doesn't relate to this, but it does kind of.
Okay.
There was.
So it's like all your other stories.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just ignore
that's
the question
my-
entirely, Dan.
This is my brand, guys. All right.
Take over the podcast.
At least someone's doing something. So there was like a couple like months ago, someone put in too many zeros on a credit card tip, and this tip turned from $2 to $2,000.
Oh.
And you would think, most people you look the next that Monday will even give it that you see $2,000 on a credit card, you'd call and dispute this chain. This person never called. Not only did they not call, they made a TikTok video saying, "Oh man, look at my bar tab from this weekend."
Come on.
Shut up.
Like we caught it for them that Monday, and then we obviously refunded them and stuff like that.
But they
didn't even. We still
They just
to this
thought they were
day-
drunk and like,
Yeah,
oh my
That's
god.
South
Meanwhile,
Definitely.
the staff already put it in their pocket and left.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
going
gonna say, like, think about being the bartender seeing that. Like,
Well, they-
okay, that seems normal.
they were very sad that they had to give money back.
especially
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is that time of year where those tips happen.
Well, this wasn't that time of year.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was in
And he doesn't work in that type of bar.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you got athletes.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
You never know. Like, I was in the BBC, and this dude came in. He ordered a drink from Jack, and he's like, "Hey, you look familiar." And we start just kind of shooting the shit, whatever. His name was Chris. Thanks, Chris. Then Jack starts going up and down the bar. She's like, "Who wants a shot? Who wants a shot? Who wants a shot?" He bought anybody in the bar who wanted a shot.
Jesus.
But didn't we all just got shots and didn't know until he left. And I'm like, "Jack, where'd that shot come from?" She's like, "Oh, that guy you were talking to,
You know,
Chris."
that's actually happened to me once in
Yeah.
Florida. I was in Florida, and
My story's not done yet.
That was a great story. And I went
But
to
then
my
he left
parents.
$100 tip. Sorry, go on.
So I went with my parents, and we were at the bar, and the bartender came over to my mother and said, "Would you like another drink? Somebody at the bar is buying all the women at the bar a drink." And she goes, "Well,
It was
sure,
Trevor.
I'll have one." And so, it wasn't a very big bar, but 6,
Right.
7 women at the bar offered the drinks, whether they had them or not, I'm not sure. So we asked later and said, "Well, who was the person?" So we could thank them at least for the drink.
Yeah.
And they said they don't want to be announced. So somebody just bought drinks and
Yeah.
didn't want the accolades for it.
Everyday
Which is
heroes,
unusual.
man.
Because if I bought somebody a drink, I'd be going up saying, "Dude, I just bought you that drink."
Make
honey,
up
I just bought
I would say that I've found that people are extremely generous in my first few months bartending.
In general?
I would honestly, the tips have been just. I'm not saying that I'm a bad tipper, but I'm shocked at the amount of $50 tips I
happened
get.
during COVID when everybody went out and really tipped high.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it never really came back from that.
It's true.
Everybody still went out and tipped high. So now it's almost the norm.
We could say people came out of this more impatient, more demanding. That's not a broad stroke for everybody. I agree. I think people who appreciate the industry, whether they worked in it once or even just enjoy going out drinking, they've been extremely kind, extremely generous.
Speaking of that, good segue.
You said extremely kind and extremely generous. You said, speaking of that, you looked at me. That's what you meant, right?
Yeah, but nobody can see that I'm looking at you.
Oh, that's what I had to call it
I
out,
went
bro.
to a bar/restaurant over the weekend and got 2 items. I got a beer and an appetizer.
But
And I was just there checking it out.
We want details.
I got a Mayflower Porter, which was delicious.
Okay.
And I got
great
their
porter.
fried chicken sliders, which were okay. I mean, I have no complaints.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't
Doesn't
wow
sound
me,
like
but
that.
I wasn't like, hey, what the heck? So I got the bill, and it said $8 for the beer, $12 for the sliders, admin fee 5%, and then 2.5% added on for a benefits fee, and then of course the 7% taxes, and then I had a tip on all that.
That's crazy.
So
Wait, an
they're charging me.
admin fee?
Yeah, they charged me a 5% admin fee
Interesting.
The hell
So
does
I
that mean?
know
And
what
a
place you're talking
2.5%
about. 'cause
Were
I
you
read
eating
about
at
this.
Ticketmaster?
and a
I was gonna
2.5%
say,
benefits fee.
what the hell is that?
And what they are claiming is that the disparity between the kitchen and the front of the house, so they pay that admin fee, or the benefits fee, to the kitchen. But I'm thinking, if you're not paying your kitchen enough, don't tell me to pay your kitchen. I'm already paying for your kitchen by
Right.
paying for the product.
Right,
Right.
that's just dumb.
And they said, well, we don't want to increase our prices for the product. We
So
want it
we're
to be-
increasing it.
So we're
Yeah,
so
that's-
we're taxing you instead.
Right.
And it wasn't like they were cheap product.
Right.
Yeah.
And what if you don't like your food? At least if you don't like your service, you can tip according to that.
Right.
If you don't like your food because the kitchen screwed it up, You still got to pay that fucking fee.
Well, now they're already charging me 7.5%.
right
Over
for the
and
meal
above. So,
tax. Yeah.
so if I pay, say, an average of 20%, do I pay 13% now? Do I tip? Because they're already taking that money from me.
right.
That's
Fees.
crazy. See, that to me, that's cutting off your nose to spite your face because you're like, we don't want to raise our prices so you look at us poorly for having more expensive food. But now we're going to add these fees on so you look at us way worse for having these weird fees and attachments that aren't up front. To me,
Right.
that's like kind of like a backhanded way of charging you more.
Yeah, I lived in Italy for a couple years, and they charge gratuity fees,
Yeah.
which basically is it's a tip taken out of your check. So if it's 5%, 7%, whatever it may be, it was already on your bill, but you weren't expected a tip. It's not
Right.
customary out there. So a gratuity fee and being expected a tip is insane to me.
Yeah, it was, and now the bartender's hurting because he just cut his tip in half.
Right.
And now he's looking at me like I'm the asshole for not tipping him 25%, but you already charged me 7 on the friggin' bill.
Right. Like I'd rather it just we don't all
Just raise the price.
I was gonna say, yeah, the average person doesn't know like how much chicken's going for, how much beef's going for, how much product in general is going for, your utilities are. Like you can just bury that all in the price and it'd be completely fine. I'd rather look at it that way. You know what I mean? Instead of you straight up saying, hey, I don't feel like paying my kitchen guy an extra $2 an hour, so you're gonna do that for me. I don't want. I
And
don't
I'm
want
not
to do
saying
that.
there people
But
aren't
they're
out.
still paying that guy.
Yeah.
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 It's just us paying that guy instead of the bartender.
Right.
Right.
Right? I don't. So what
Which
do
if you
pay-
raise the
what do
price-
right? What are you paying your kitchen help? Then you're not paying them enough.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. It's that's asinine to me because it's just like I'm paying your kitchen help either way.
Mm-hmm.
You're just making it more obvious in a weird sort of way. And
Right.
I'm not saying there aren't people out there that's going to be like, hey, this was $12.99 last time I'm here, and now it's $13.50. I couldn't tell you what anything costs anymore. 'Cause
Correct.
I just
I'd rather pay $22 for an item rather than $20 for an item, and don't put a fee at the
Yeah.
bottom saying we're charging a $2 fee.
So
because you waited.
if you go there and just drink, do you still get charged?
yes,
Yeah.
See, that's crazy too.
Oh yeah.
It's a publicity stunt, is what it is, because there's never been more debate on labor now. You know what I mean? Coming
Yeah.
out of the pandemic, how much is too much? What's a living wage? Blah 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 blah. This is a publicity stunt to make the place look like it's doing God's work. You know what I mean? And when really, at the end of the day,
and really, they're making you pay for God's work.
correct, correct, and it's going to hurt them in the long
I
run.
think so,
I think they'll
for
realize
sure.
that fast. Hopefully, they pivot.
Do you think it's a selling point though to get someone to come work for them? It's like, hey, we take care of you by
Could be.
Right.
doing that.
But who
hey,
they
I'm only
cooking
going to
for?
pay you,
You know?
X number of per hour, but you get a percentage of all the tips.
Right,
Listen, if I'm a cook, I don't care if I'm cooking for no one.
right.
And, well, that's the thing
Right.
is like they
Just pay 'em more.
That's one of those things
True.
that as a cook that could be a big like, oh, I'm gonna go work for here.
Yeah.
They do this, blah blah blah.
Right.
And then you get there and the place is empty all the time because
Right.
they have these weird
Yeah.
fees.
And all they're making is that extra $2 off of
Right.
every check because
Yep.
the place
And then
can't
what if
afford
you're
to
a
pay in their
customer
regular
and you don't
wage.
know about it, and then you get your bill, and it's 10 of you there, and you spend $300?
Do they post it like on the menu or anything?
I didn't see it anywhere on the menu.
Yeah,
and I
that's
looked,
weird.
and I didn't see it anywhere on the menu.
Like, the only reason I saw it on Facebook because it was a
Yes.
Facebook debate about it. So that's the only reason I know what you're talking
I saw
about.
it. Yeah, I
So
saw it.
after this, I want to know the place.
So what,
I'm not
what
telling
if
you.
can you refuse
Surprise.
to pay that? I'm not paying your administrative fees.
I'm sure if you fought it, you probably could.
Yeah.
But then you're an asshole for fighting fees that they
Right,
shouldn't
and
be
that's what they're
charging.
depending on.
Right.
Luckily, Karl, you don't have that problem.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
All right, we answered that question 100%. I don't remember what it was. Layla Rufino, what discounts do you give your team for meals when working and when not working? What about alcohol? Well, Massachusetts, it's illegal to discount alcohol, right?
Yes.
You can comp it though.
Okay.
Correct. So you can buy it for them,
Okay, but you can't discount
but
it.
you can't give it for free.
Got it.
1 drink per shift.
We do two drinks per shift.
Yep, and then they get.
I'm assuming at the end, right?
At the end.
No,
yeah.
one in the beginning, one at the end.
I don't give a fuck. And then 50% off the food.
Yeah, we do the same thing.
Yeah,
I think I do 25% off the food.
yeah. And if it's on their off day, like, if they're sitting at the bar with their friends and having a couple drinks, I'll buy them around. You know what I mean? Or we'll throw them a couple extra chicken wings if they're ordering food. We don't see too much of that. People don't tend to want to hang out there on their days off unless they're just having a couple beers. But yeah, I think something though. Do something, right?
What's that, Jay?
You get anything on the menu for $7,
Oh, that's
Wow.
nice.
and then like you get shift drinks, all
Yeah.
that. We don't really do anything after, like if you're not working, but they don't come in to eat; they come in to drink. So
Yeah.
and they have like
So
a comp tab.
The problem
so.
that I have though is that some of the employees come in and they get their food right away. I'm like, well, your shift starts at 6 and you just ordered a meal. What are you
Right.
doing? Oh, I'm starving. Well, don't come here to eat. If you worked at the gas station,
You go there, fill your car up before you watch it.
So I don't mind if they get a meal after their shift, or a meal to take home, or a meal on their break.
Yep.
But I
What if they show
I think
up-
They like to they show up at 6 and think that they're going to sit down and eat for 20 minutes before they start their shift.
But what if they
After
show
They're
up?
already 20 minutes late for their shift.
What if they
Yeah,
show
right.
up early?
If they show up early and that's their shift meal, I don't have a problem.
Okay. I don't know why I asked that. I don't work.
As long as they're not slamming drinks
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
you know
Not
what I mean?
yet.
If somebody
Yeah.
shows up at 5 and says, "Oh, listen, I just want to get something to eat before
Yeah.
my shift starts," feel free.
Do you give out shift meals?
No, we do 25% off.
Nice.
Trevor,
More than a lot
like,
of
is there a
places.
limit of how many like bags of chips you can have at the BBC? Or?
You know, I'm a little more selective on the type of chip.
Oh, okay.
If you want to take the Lay's and the Fritos, that's fine, because those are the worst chips we carry. But we have Funyuns now, and I'm very, that's like, that's precious.
There was a
to me.
Funyun shortage for a little while.
Really?
Yeah, my
Now
kid
that's
loves them,
like
and
the
we
news
couldn't
story that
find
I
them.
needed to.
Trevor stole them all.
That's big stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah. They're back. They're back now. They must have been stuck on a crate somewhere or something like that. Yeah. Couldn't get them anywhere.
That's crazy.
I love Funyuns, man.
Yep.
I think we were talking a while ago, and this just made me think of like, because you know the shift meal, and that's very industry, about how like the same tip money just travels around Plymouth. Was that me and you that had that conversation?
It wasn't, but I mean,
Where like industry people like go out and they tip heavily, but Plymouth is such like everyone goes to everyone else's bar, so like you tip heavy at Speedwell, and then the Speedwell staff comes over here and they tip heavy here, and then, well, maybe not Karl, someone else goes to BBC and tips heavy over at BBC, you know, so it's almost like that same.
That's legit how I met every person in Plymouth.
Yeah.
When I worked at BBC, they would come in and tip me like, "Oh, now I got to go repay them and do that," and that's how I have all my
yeah,
friends.
it is pretty funny to see the people that come in with a wad of cash and they say, "Oh, I did really well tonight," and then give it all to me.
When I was in college, I worked at a Friendlies, and we were like, if I didn't make this much money, I'm literally just gonna go spend it all at the bar, which you would think would be the other way. But I was like, oh, I made like $60 tonight. I'm gonna go spend it at Uno's or whatever.
Yeah. I had a regular that came in all the time, mostly on Sundays. He's since moved. He started a new business down south, but he would get $2 bills and stamp. He was just something fun he did because he was a bar hopper. He would stamp them all with smiley faces. And obviously the girls, you know, they couldn't leave the $2 bills in the drawer, so that would end up being their tips. But they'd do the same thing. They go out to the bars. So it's funny, you'd be sitting at Pillory Pub or New World or whatever, and you'd see, as your smiley face $2 bill. Every restaurant would have it, even though he only went to Speedwell because the staff was spreading
Oh,
it.
that's funny.
Yeah, you don't see him anymore
That-
because he
That's
moved.
like that. It was big for a while. Like, where's George?
Yeah.
Yep.
.com or whatever.
.com. That's a website, Karl.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
CarlHeiney.com.
I'm giving you a hard time today. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He's mild mannered too today. He's
I know,
not like in
he's-
his
yeah,
usual
he's-
sassy mood.
No, I've
You
taken
okay?
more shots at him than
I know.
Yeah. Well, you and I feel like this is the aggressive end of
Yeah.
this.
It
table
definitely
right
is.
I think he's upset because I embarrassed him in chess the other day.
there. Yes.
First of all, everybody swap their seats around. It's not where everybody should be seated.
I feel like I
that's-
always
my
sit
back's
like
to the
right here.
window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his back's to the window.
I can look at the
You
clock,
usually
though.
sit over there. You sit over here.
Oh, you tend to sit over where Dan's
Yeah.
sitting. That's true. I know.
Anyway, it doesn't matter where we're sitting as long as we're together.
Notice how he dodged that
adorable.
chess statement right there?
He did a little bit.
Yeah.
He was trying to play chess
He
right
did.
there, but he's really playing checkers, Trevor.
Carl,
Carl's like, king me.
gave me a run for my money, though. I pride myself on my chess skills, and he sat down, said he hadn't played in a couple of years, and
I lost.
it was almost
but
very
it took me a
embarrassing.
long time.
Like
so that
every
was
great
it.
pool
The
shot.
last
haven't
time I
played this in a
played
while.
chess, I
Guinness
kicked
is
the
the
shit out of Fish to the point where I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
All right, next question.
All right. Sorry. I thought this was chess.
Welcome to Chess Talk.
Chess Talk. All right. Leo McMahon, if you had to choose
6.
valet and self-seating or self-parking and host or hostess, which would you choose?
Self-parking, hostess.
Same.
Yep.
You know, so I saw this question the other day, and I'm like,
Jordan has neither.
almost to the point where I had to like be like, Fish, I don't understand this question. I would say it depends on where you are. Like if,
It's just which do you prefer?
No,
but I'm assuming from a restaurant standpoint, not from a customer standpoint. But like if you were going somewhere that does not have parking, I might prefer valet.
that's a weird. Like if you're going somewhere that valets,
Like why
it's a
wouldn't you
nicer
have
place,
a host?
so you would
Yeah.
have a host.
Right.
Yeah,
I
you got
agree.
both.
I told you it's a weird
Yeah,
question.
I'm gonna start valeting around here.
You ever drive up to a place like to eat and not realize they have valet and your car's like fucking like gross. Yon and I went out for our anniversary a few years ago in this place in Newport that was super fancy, but I just never occurred to me that they might have valet. And I like live half of my miserable life is in my car, so it just smells like fucking beer farts and weed and
Chili.
And I just handed over the keys to this dude, and he's crawling over a mound of like Dunkin' Donuts cups and shit. I tipped him well, but like I was driving up, I was like, "Ooh, do I have to valet? Like, do we turn around? Like, what do we do?"
How about you come with me and I'll park it?
Yeah, right. Just point me where I gotta go, dude. I'll still tip you.
Yeah.
I just don't want you.
It'd be great if you detail
And
it
then
too.
you're like, do you think he stole something? Well, like what, a couple of empty cups in a McDonald's bag?
Yeah,
What is he
right.
gonna steal?
You got 25 cents from all Jordan's Mountain Dew cans.
the piss cup in the back cup holder. Sorry, you need too much deets.
That's gross.
I got long drives, man.
Pull over.
Where?
Astronaut diapers.
Chrissy Hayes, looking for some ideas to entice December's foot traffic to dine in. I'm assuming that's a typo. With us in January also. Anyone have a clever ideas for promotions that they run to help ease the January slowdown? So promotions they can run now to get people in January.
So Karl's doing a great one right now where he dresses up like Elf on a Shelf and you have to find him throughout the day.
Like every day since
and if you find him, you get $1.
We call it Where's Heine?
He's at BBC every day.
Yeah.
That's
That's the wild card. He's not on his own
Freaking
shelves.
Guinness every day. Yeah. Sorry to spoil it for you. Why don't you do so everyone does gift card promos in December, but they always do like get $20 if you spend $100. Why don't you make it so they can't use that 20 until January?
Sure.
A while ago, I went to a place where you would get like a gift card and they would give you like a gift. And it was like an envelope and you couldn't open it. Well, you can open it where the fuck you want, but I think you had to open it there after.
I was going to bring that up. 3V did that. Yeah.
And it would be some kind of prize. So I think that brings them back in January.
Like what?
That's cool.
So
I think they're like free meals.
Yeah, when 3V did
Appetizer,
it,
whatever.
you got like this red envelope, and it was only valid if you opened it in front of your server in that designated time. So you give it to them in December. It's only valid if you open it in front of your server in January. And then like sometimes it's free app, and sometimes it's $100 gift certificate, and so like
Sometimes it's a date with Trevor.
yeah.
Only Reedy gets those though.
2 Reedies in that.
If I say his name one more time, he's going to appear.
Let's go to a mirror and say, Ryan Reedy. Ryan
Stocked
Reedy.
up on Bud Light.
Ryan Reedy.
Oh my god, if he was at the window right now, I'd die. Carl, any promotion ideas?
No.
I just gave it away.
No.
Glad we answered that one for you, Christy. You're welcome. Let's see. Heather Miller. We are moving out of the space that never took off due to COVID hitting at the same time we were starting things. Space is in a center where the owner requires a food establishment. All right. We don't want to move the walk-in cooler ideally. Next tenant doesn't have the funds to buy it. What do we do with it? Open ideas selling.
Did anybody understand that?
No.
So they have a walk-in cooler that they're trying to sell.
How do you sell a walk-in cooler?
Sell it.
You
I
do
was
it.
gonna
Yeah.
say, I didn't even know it was
You
like
take
a.
it.
Hey, you
Panel
can
by
rip the
panel
walls
apart?
down.
Are they ones?
Yeah.
All right.
I was gonna say I didn't
Yeah,
realize
it's all
that
a
was
prefab kind of thing.
Yeah, I think most people would just buy it new, though. I don't think there's a big market for like used shit like that anymore. It's not like what it used to be, especially when it's like custom. You know what I mean? How are you gonna find someone else that's gonna be able to fit your walk-in in their restaurant?
So
And
here
is it
we
like
go.
on wheels? Like is it just
No,
You take the wall down. You know.
Yeah.
and
It's like
Oh.
in panels.
the unit, which is the most important part, but like of
Right.
course that has a run. So like there's the condensate that whatever. It isn't one size fits all.
Right.
It's
You're better off getting your own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no way
warranty,
you're
all
gonna
that shit.
recoup the cost of your walk-in cooler if you have to like tear down a wall to then rebuild the wall.
Right.
All right. Well, I have a solution for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
You're going to sell the AC unit or whatever, the fan unit, and then you turn the cooler into a sauna.
It probably would just randomly
then-
turn into one on its
and-
own.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And no more work, you
And
know?
be like
good idea.
Dan, just put all your food in it.
Yeah.
Cooks itself.
It's a
Can you
walk-in
imagine?
oven.
So it's a smoker.
Yes. A dehydrator.
There you
Just
go.
pad the walls.
Yeah.
There's always arson, man.
I've seen a lot of restaurants do that route. In this town alone.
Bar Talk does not condone you committing any crimes.
If you get caught.
But we will acknowledge if you do.
Yeah. If you do, like, write in, let us know how it goes. Shelly Robinson, looking for a good app that I can use to send messages to staff. Oh, I picked this one specifically.
Don't need it for scheduling or anything, just something where we can group chat, etc.
Oh, there's you could put like a group text.
That's what I was going to say. That's what we use.
Yeah.
I know it's a pain in the ass because people like to separate work from regular, but we've tried other things before, like Slack. There's a couple other ones where it will help with scheduling if you want that, but everyone just goes back to text. It's just, everyone just group text.
WhatsApp is pretty popular.
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how you buy drugs.
I will do anything to avoid some green texts. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Nothing
Yeah.
worse than a group chat.
Oh,
The one
7
person.
iPhones, 1 Android.
Yep.
Fire that person.
That's the
They're good employees, though.
it's the only time I condone online bullying.
So I want to preface this by saying, Tatum Stewart, I love you. You're the nicest person ever. I hate fucking Basecamp.
I don't
What
know
is
what
it?
that is.
Basecamp.
Okay.
So it's a gives you like a group chat, but it also email notifies you, be like, hey, there's a conversation, you've been mentioning it, whatever, blah blah. It's fine if it's, hey, this is the special this week, hey, this is a change to whatever. It's when people start responding back and forth, and I have 40 emails and messages. I don't read any of it. So I don't know what the hell's going on.
Right.
And I'm like, it becomes white noise. I don't have the time to do all that. Where I feel like, I don't know, it's if you're going to do it for work, it has to be for work only, not like, hey, everyone, here's funny stories from what happened at work this week.
Yeah.
Because then I go, I don't read any of that because maybe 1 in 10
go
is-
old school and use a whiteboard.
You could do that.
Yeah.
But you don't know
Carrier
for sure
pigeons.
everyone's seen it. That's what the nice thing about text is, like, you can have them respond with heard.
Yeah.
So I know. So what I've been doing is sending a video out. So instead of typing a huge paragraph, I send out a video. Hey, this cooler is broken. Blah blah blah. That's the crisis I was dealing with today. You got to move this over here. Blah blah blah.
I know
blah,
a guy's got a walk-in cooler.
What is
Yeah.
it?
I know a guy's got a walk-in cooler.
I could use another walk-in cooler. But
May or may not be on fire right now.
I was in the video with respond to me and only me in a separate text with heard.
Yeah.
And that's it and nothing else. And then I'll get 12 texts that heard. And that's fine. I'm the guy sending out the message.
Right.
I'm the guy that's going to get all the responses. So that way it's not, especially when there's one greenie on there, forget about it, dude. Because then you get 12 every time someone, because
Yep.
of fucking Android or Google or burner phone or whatever they're on, track phone.
This is just a way for Jordan to plug his TikTok. Don't listen to him, guys.
I don't have a TikTok.
Yeah.
Do I? Yeah, I do.
Facebook
use it.
Messenger is good the same way because
It
you
is.
get a little
Facebook
icon
Messenger is
next
good.
to when they see it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
You can also delete your Facebook and keep Facebook Messenger.
That's true too.
I deleted my Facebook Messenger, so I still get people asking me to book their band at BBC.
They're banned at BBC?
Yeah, no, people that book their
Oh,
band.
if they're
yeah,
I can understand your confusion though.
definitely a few handful of people that are banned from there.
luckily that's not my problem anymore.
Don't
That's
say his
yours,
name
buddy.
for the third time.
Okay, so that is last call.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Last call.
Last call. So Trevor, last call is where we get to go around the bar table, whatever we're sitting at, and plug whatever the hell we want to plug.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with Dan Mahoney.
All right, so I have a hot take, a controversial take.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I am officially on Team Grinch. We had a lot
Really?
of yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
I mean, I know I like the color green, Karl, but
Didn't you shit on the moon like 3 episodes ago, and you have to
Yeah.
like
He did.
tell
He
me
gave the
that
moon.
like you're a Grinch? I get it.
yeah, well, the moon and the Grinch in Santa
Hey, it's
don't.
last call.
Yeah, it's my
Oh,
call.
sorry.
It's gonna be a 2-hour long last call now. We had a lot of drunk Santa Clauses in this weekend that threw up all over the bar. So, and I kicked a bunch out. So I'm definitely getting cold for Christmas. But then I watched The Grinch with Jim Carrey, a great movie. The Who's are all fucking assholes, and I would ruin their Christmas too. So that's it.
That's kind of pretty parallel to real life.
Yeah. Yep.
Jordan, over to you.
I think last time I did last call, I plugged Speedwell, but I'm going to do it again because whatever. It's Christmas Eve. Speedwell opens early in the morning. We're going to do a chicken and waffles buffet and tap a super limited beer from Second Wind. They're making specifically for us. They're teaming up with Layden Street Coffee and making sort of a breakfast beer. We'll have custom mugs. The first 50 people at Speedwell will get one of those custom mugs. It's to celebrate our 8th birthday, which was a few weeks ago. And then Christmas at night will be open. I'm not sure what time yet, but just booze. Nikki, friend of the show, will be bartending, and I am going to give her $200 to spend on Chinese food, which will be on the house. See you then.
Karl?
I just want to wish everybody a happy Christmas.
There you go.
Bah humbug.
At least someone's bringing the spirit.
Trevor, what do you got?
Oh, well, I guess I'll plug the British Beer Company.
Very
Best pub that I've ever been at. Fortunate to work there. I love every single person there. I'll also plug the Bar Talk podcast because this has been a pleasure. Thank you guys for having me. If anybody listening doubts how good of people these are, don't, because they really are. Good industry people.
I don't like this at
Handsome
all.
gentlemen.
It makes me feel really uncomfortable, Karl.
Newbie.
But thank you for having me.
Thanks, Trev.
Thank you.
All right. When's this going, Fish? This Thursday? Oh, hey, you guys should all come down to the Mayflower Brewery this Saturday or Sunday between 11 to 4. We're having our hometown holiday marketplace. It is all locally sourced, locally made product. We have fudge. We have stuff made from locally grown alpacas. Are they grown? Sure. Locally grown alpacas.
I think it's called raised.
Whatever.
You know,
Farm.
And they're really sheep.
Free
the
range.
long necks.
Free range long neck alpaca sheep.
Llamas.
Lots of artwork, some great food, good times had by all. Friend of the show, Jessica, will be there selling her artwork. She's waving. You can hear that, right? So it's 11 to 4 at Mayflower Brewery. Oh, and they have beer too. So it's worth going there. It's one of our biggest events. Check it out. And if you want to email us, you can get us at bartalkcast@gmail.com. You can find us on all the social medias at bartalkcast. Send us your hate mail because Jordan loves hate mail.
Yeah, but no one's gonna put up. Everyone's afraid.
You haven't
Someone
been
told you were boring last time.
Oh, come on. That was nothing. And they didn't even listen.
You haven't really been provoking anyone specifically lately. That's,
No.
Yeah.
I was extra.
You're
busy
leaving,
this
you're leaving
episode.
me to
Yeah,
fight
all
mythical
right.
I'm
creatures.
just hoping my coming
celestial
across
bodies.
as a know-it-all and pretentious is enough to rile someone up to come
Okay.
at me.
Next episode, we're going to do some bullying to our listeners because why not?
Now that we know what's in your car, man, I'm not too worried about you.
Very nice.
So make sure you check out Bar Talk
Cup.
Day Drinking on YouTube, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
And thanks for checking out the show today, listeners. If you enjoyed the content today, you can go over to patreon.com/inebriart to support the show. You can join over there for just a few dollars a month and help us provide this fun content that you just checked out. You can also email us at inebriart.com with your questions, complaints, and concerns, or you can find us on all social medias at inebriart or at inebriart6 on Instagram. And also don't forget to check out our other shows, Bar Talk Podcast, Old Colony Cast, Inebriart, and all the other shows on the Inebriart Network, which you can find at inebriart.com. Thanks again for listening.